Hi friends, it's here and I welcome you to Glorious Tuber. Today's video is all about my favorite book, which is none other than Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Yes, this book has written 200 years back and still encourages readers all around the world. This book has also scored good reviews on Amazon and Goodreads. The genre of this book is satire or fiction, and let me tell you, it's a good book and it's a great book, and if you're a reader then do not miss out on this book. But it would be a little early for beginners to start on this book because of its way too complicated story and lot of names. There are a lot of characters, and for we Indians it is really hard to understand the background ancient England, which is completely different from India. I personally googled a lot of words while reading this book. There were a lot of phrases which I did not know they were written in this book. I googled a lot of things, so it was really difficult while reading this book. I did not read it, I studied this book. It was a really difficult journey while reading this book. Okay, coming to the story, there was a middle class family living in Longbourns. Okay, the family consists of Mr. and Mrs. Bennet and their 5 daughters. First was Jane, Elizabeth, Kittia, Lydia. Now, the situation was Mrs. Bennet was very eager to get groom for their daughters and want to get rid of weight from her shoulders. And here comes the neighbors in Netherfield, who is single, amiable, rich, whose name was Mr. Bingley. He also has a very good and rich friend, Mr. Darcy. Now what happens? Both Bennet and Bingley's family were invited in a ball party where Mr. Bingley falls for first daughter Jane. Now here comes our protagonist, Miss Elizabeth. Okay. Elizabeth Bennet meets Fitzwilliam Darcy for the first time and she writes him off an arrogant and obnoxious man. She overhears him rejecting the very idea of asking her for a dance. As life pits them against each other again and again, Darcy begins to fall for Elizabeth's wit and intelligence, and Elizabeth began questioning her feelings about Darcy. But when Darcy saves her younger sister Lydia from a scandal, Elizabeth starts to wonder if her pride has prejudiced her opinion of Darcy. Though in the end, Elizabeth falls for Darcy and married him, but throughout the story, the character of Darcy represents pride and the character of Elizabeth represents prejudice. Thank you.